Hey there, welcome to Keto Cavern. My name is Adam.
I'm Kadri.
And this channel, we just pretty much go over a lot of the keto foodstuffs that we really enjoy. And we also get two different surprise-like things in the mail every month. It's the Keto Box and Keto Crate.
Yeah, it's...
You're pointing off. She's pointing off camera, but...
No, we can show the boxes maybe at the end or something of one of them.
Yeah. So they're just basically kind of like this cool subscription thing that I'm sure you guys have probably heard of stuff like this by now. There's like the box of like everything that's out there, Star Wars, or I'd probably have like paint or
I get makeup boxes, so
yeah. So she gets makeup boxes
and resin.
And we also have kitties. So every now and then you will find that we have little visitors that kind of come in and out of the frame. And so the other thing that we're going to do as well is that we're not going to just go through the stuff that we get in the Keto Box or the Keto Crate, but we'll also share like some of the stuff that we really like a lot that we get over and over again just because it tastes really, really good. Because I know that when we were first starting keto, and how long have we been doing this now?
I think over 2 years now.
Yeah,
or maybe right at 2 years, a little bit over.
If it hasn't been 2 years, it's dang close to it. So we've kind of like gone through the process over this period of time, kind of like figuring out what we like and what we don't like. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that is misleading or just doesn't taste good. So it's kind of like a minefield when you're trying to find something that's really tasty and that you can eat over and over again. So I guess without further ado, we're going to go through the keto boxes that we've been holding on to specifically just to make these videos. And we have 5 different things that we're going to try. And you want to introduce what they are?
Yeah, I was going to say, I can say what I actually bought and what's actually out of the box. The only thing out of the box this time is actually these flavored pork rinds.
Oh.
I bought the Keto Cup from Whole Foods, I think. These, I don't remember which store I found them at, but they're cauliflower bites from Rhythm. Oh, I probably should have said this is Eating Evolved Keto Cup. It's coffee flavored. Field Trip, I guess, is the brand. It's the top. Or crispy. I don't know which one is the brand. There's 2 things. And then these are collagen bars. They're bulletproof. So if you don't know what bulletproof brand coffee is yet, Google it, look it up. It's everywhere. I mean, there's articles everywhere. I'd be shocked if people don't know what bulletproof brand of something is.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're new to keto, and maybe that's why you're watching this channel, is because you're trying to figure everything out. Bulletproof is kind of like, I'm not really sure where they came up with this name, but bulletproof is basically a mix of coffee. So you get your coffee in the morning like you normally do, but just black. And then you add MCT oil to it. You add ghee to it, and something else.
You can put collagen in it. I put collagen in mine.
Yeah, so that's basically what it is. It's a big energy boost in the morning. So if you're somebody that doesn't do intermittent fasting, and I forgot to mention, that's what we also do. We do intermittent fasting. So we don't eat like pretty much all day long. There's sometimes where like, on the weekends, sometimes we eat a little bit earlier. But for the most part, during the weekday, typically don't eat till like 5 o'clock or later. So we also do the intermittent fasting thing. So if you're kind of new at all this stuff, that's kind of like why I mentioned the fact that bulletproof coffee is kind of a hit or miss thing depending on what you do. Because if you're doing intermittent fasting, you can't have bulletproof coffee in the morning. That would be something that you have to have later on in the day.
Which I do.
Or whenever your eating window is. You don't have to necessarily eat at the end of the day. It's just basically when you're doing intermittent fasting, you have a window of time that you eat within. And it probably wouldn't be very smart unless you're either a night owl or you work late shift to drink a cup of bulletproof coffee late at night, because it might make it a little bit difficult to get to sleep.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Unless you're me.
What's that?
I said unless you're me.
Yeah.
You see me drink coffee and just pass out.
Yeah. So one of the other things too that we do is that you got to be really careful of some of these brands or some of these food items that you get, because it may say that it's low carb or whatever. But one of the other things that is part of like a ketogenic diet, especially if you want to try and like if you're doing it to keep your blood sugar really consistent, is that you got to really watch out, because there is like a laundry list of ingredients that that typically are low carb, but at the same time they have a high glycemic index.
Yeah, or
They
they're
will
sugar free.
Yeah, they say it's sugar free, but they use some substitute that still spikes your insulin, which is something that you don't want to do.
Yeah, the worst two are maltitol and maltodextrin, by the way. You need to really look at everything because so many things that are from good brands even will have that, or they'll have tapioca starch, which I know elevates your blood sugar.
Right. And the
I
problem
would
with
say
that,
I'm 90% sure it does have some kind of elevation.
Yep. And the problem with that is that when you spike your blood sugar, you're taking yourself out of ketosis, and that's one of the big things that if you're trying to do ketogenic dieting, you want to avoid getting out of the ketosis, and spiking that blood sugar. That's a great way of doing it. So I guess without further ado, we should probably try out some of this stuff, and we should probably start. Let's do the sweet stuff last.
Okay.
Start off with like the other savory kind of things.
Well, I love pork rinds, so I think we should try these Parmesan peppercorn pork rinds. So that's what they look like, by the way. Or hopefully it's focused enough to where you could see it.
Maybe, maybe not. If not, we'll get pictures and put them up.
Oh my god, okay.
Maybe we should have brought some scissors.
Yeah, I will tear it in half on accident, and it will
Hopefully
be
it won't do
everywhere.
one of those potato chip things where
No,
it
that's
blows.
what, you know what would happen if I did it.
I'm okay with this kind of thing, but really depends.
I am accident prone and clumsy.
Yeah. Alright. So these are peppercorn, Parmesan, pork rinds.
So they smell pretty good. I love pork rinds, though. I mean, I might be a little bit biased because I just like them.
I don't think they have any smell.
They smell like Parmesan cheese.
Oh yeah, I guess they do have a little bit of Parmesan smell.
Mmm.
Definitely crispy.
I can taste the pepper and the cheese. Yeah, I think I want another one too.
I taste the Parmesan, but I don't really taste the peppercorn too much.
It's just a little
Although-
bit of heat.
I do see it's like all over.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. It's like the pep. You can tell it. Just tell it's peppered. It's not like a really intense flavor.
Got a lot of salty action going on also. So, but really light. It's really light. But I mean, if you've ever had pork rinds before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're like a Cheeto, but
I'm glad that
not
I
bad
love
for
them
you.
so much. You're like indifferent on them, but man, those are
actually good. I actually like those. Those are not bad. I'm not really big on pork rinds, but those are actually pretty tasty. I'd eat them again.
Yeah, I do like a lot of them. There is a couple of brands that are flavored where they don't have a ton of bad ingredients, even for like barbecue. One of those brands we'll get to eventually, but there is. Just read it in the store. That's the most thing I can say about pork rinds, because the $2 ones that you can find at almost any store, the barbecue has maltodextrin in it, but just the regular salted ones are fine.
Okay, so I guess we'll do cauliflower bites.
So yeah, these are organic cauliflower bites, and they're sea salt. You can't actually eat the other flavors of these if you're strict keto anyway, because they have maltodextrin in the flavoring.
But not this one.
Nope, these just have cauliflower, sunflower oil, and sea salt.
Nice.
So
When you have a very short list of ingredients, it's typically a good thing. It makes our job a lot easier.
Oh, just in case, so that you guys can see the bag has this specific look. They make kale chips in this brand too that are okay to eat. Or some of them at least are keto specific. Oh, come on. I don't want to like explode the bag, but since I don't have nails, I can't get it. There we go. Okay. Oh, they're like little, some of them are little full cauliflower trees. They smell like cauliflower with oil. Like you can tell it's a fried cauliflower. Because if you've had like cauliflower latkes, they smell a lot like those.
That's good. I like that. It's got a really rich flavor to it because it's got a lot of oil in it. Definitely has a lot of oil. You can tell.
I like the way these taste too. I like cauliflower though. Like, you make this one cauliflower. We'll have to do that for a video.
Yeah.
This one cauliflower thing that I will eat the whole pan of. And yes,
That's
I did
big
just grab
cauliflower.
like 3.
I could eat the whole bag. This is really good. Highly recommend.
And with such few ingredients.
And you got this one from... No, this is from the box.
Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. Huh? Whole Foods.
Whole
There you
Foods.
go. That's really good. 6 net carbs per serving. Serving size 1 bag.
Oh,
So you can eat the whole
yeah.
bag and it's only 6. That's
Not
great.
bad at all.
Yeah.
And I could see that being used in soup, like broccoli cheese soup. Keto broccoli cheese soup.
I mean, you could do
I think it
that.
would taste a lot like crackers, so it would be good.
I think it would lose the crispiness though.
Well, you know, didn't you ever eat it and crumble crackers in it? And then before
Well,
they get soggy,
Yeah,
That's
okay.
what I mean. You could do with these.
If you like are super quick about it, yeah, I guess so.
Or if you use these as croutons, I think they'd work too.
Yeah.
So these are really, really, really good. I highly recommend. I know I wasn't as excited about those because I just eat pork rinds all the time. These are delicious. Hiker,
Definitely.
are you gonna help me pick out the? Well, we're gonna do this one because we're gonna want this taste out of our mouth. Because I tried one of these. I don't know that this one's as bad as the original. I'll reserve judgment. Okay.
All right.
The original was terrible though. This is a keto cup from Eating Evolved, and we're just gonna split one because I have a feeling it's like the coconut one.
Getting cat hair flying everywhere now.
Well, that's what they're good at. Okay, so the chocolate's a little bit melty from just touching the side, I guess. So let me break it in half here. Oh my, yeah, it
can't
is
really break it.
so melted. Like, it is a very dark chocolate though. I'll hold up this piece and show you guys. I am normally an all white, so this probably is a bad idea. At least I have gray on today.
Yeah, it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Now, the coconut one was horrible. This is coffee flavored though.
All right. Oh, she's getting everywhere.
Yeah, oh, I don't want to eat my hair. I'm sorry, guys.
So I don't know how I managed to do it, but with chocolate, it's dry. It's dry.
It's bitter. It's very bitter.
It's bitter.
It's horrible. It's worse than the coconut one.
It's almost like it would be okay if it was more sweet, but because it's just got so much bitterness to it, it's like
Double bitter with
It's like
coffee and
eating-
dark.
eating baker's chocolate.
Yeah, but it's really drying for some reason too.
And it doesn't really have much coffee flavor.
No, unless it's a very bitter. It could be a bitter coffee too, which could make this worse. Okay, so
These ones, full disclosure, we already ate.
Yeah.
She had one flavor, I had the other flavor
So
of
we're
these.
switching now.
And I think, from what I recall,
You had
I
apple
thought
pie.
it was pretty good.
And I had that one, and I liked. It's a vanilla shortbread flavor.
Man, do you have water?
Yes, here.
Would you mind? Because like,
Because it's that taste. I need to get rid of it. Oh, I drank my other one, so I need a drink after you. Okay, so yeah, these we've had this brand before, and we liked it every time so far.
I guess it goes without saying we don't recommend that.
Yeah, I
Reese's
don't
peanut
recommend
butter.
the keto cups unless you maybe put maybe sprinkle it with something even. I don't know.
Nah.
I would say they just need to make it a little bit sweeter. So I've never had this apple pie flavor before. He had it and he seemed like he really liked it. And I had the vanilla shortbread and it actually tasted kind of like a vanilla pancake. Pound cake. Yes, pancakes and
Vanilla
pound cakes are the
pancakes.
same
Yum.
thing.
Alright, so it's not like your typical protein bar that's coated in chocolate or anything like that.
It's a collagen bar, so it's kind of
Yeah.
crumbly because it's squished together. So I mean, you can see it is the color of like an apple pie. I'm gonna try piece by piece.
I like it.
I like this one. I miss apples, so
Super rich. Super rich, though.
I'm totally gonna eat all this after we're done filming, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rich, very oily.
Mm-hmm. A lot of fat, that's for sure.
Yeah,
What
with
about
mine, I can taste a really, really, like, Granny Smith, not too tart apple flavor in this, too. And I like that because it tastes more like eating an actual apple instead of that Jolly Rancher fake apple flavor.
Yep, 14 grams of fat, 6 grams of saturated fat. It's got a lot of carbs in it, though. 14 grams of carbs, 5 grams of dietary fiber.
And Bulletproof's usually good about that. I don't know specifically tapioca dextrin because I've
Says it
never
has
seen...
9 net carbs.
Yeah, I was going to say I haven't...
For hopefully that's serving size of 1 bar, right? Yes, okay. It's a little high in carbs for this 1 bar.
I probably wouldn't do them every day, but they are good.
Yeah, definitely not every day. But they do taste pretty good. So if you want to give yourself a little bit of a treat, and you know, and especially if you're able to include a decent amount of carbs in your diet, like if you're super active, some people that are really super active can kind of get away with having typically more than like 30 grams of carbs. Some people can go all the way up to like 50 grams of carbs a day and still remain in ketosis, which is cool. And if that's the case, then these bars are nothing. You would be just fine with those. So yeah, that was it. I think that overall, out of the 5 things that we tried, we had 4 that were winners. Well, I'll say 3 that were winners. 1 that's sort of like...
Depends. It depends on your metabolism.
Situational.
Really.
Definitely situational. And then avoid the
Keto Cup coffee flavor.
Oh, jeez, that stuff's just terrible. Terrible.
I want to send one to Steve 1989.
Yeah.
He'll eat it. You know he will.
Probably. So that will do it for us, and hopefully you get a little bit of info if you like any of the stuff that we reviewed, or I guess if you want to try any of these stuff that we reviewed, or if you do like to buy it and you want to like reorder it, then use the affiliate links that we have down below. It kind of helps us out. And I guess we will see you next time on another Keto Cavern.